I don't know about you guys, but I seriously can't stop thinking about Godzilla x Kong Supernova. Legendary and Warner Brothers didn't just drop this teaser for no reason. There is a purpose, literally to make us speculate, theorize, and predict what could possibly go down in this upcoming film. We got a title reveal before GTA 6. Can y'all believe this? Many of you guys, including myself, have speculated that Space Godzilla could possibly be the brand new villain in GSK Supernova, mainly because of the background and how it represents Space Godzilla's color specifically. And if everything turns out to be true, I have a fun, logical theory as to how everything could possibly play out in this upcoming film. Here's my theory. What if this is all entirely Godzilla's fault, unintentionally? Think back to what happened back in GSK The New Empire. Remember when Godzilla used his atomic breath to get rid of Shimo's frostbite blast storm? Well, think about it. Godzilla was not just Godzilla. Godzilla became evolved Godzilla. And with his new atomic breath, that is made entirely out of plasma energy. And I'm no scientist, but from what I've learned, it seems like plasma energy can also be a driving force to supernova explosions. And besides, it's not the first time that Godzilla shot his atomic breath up in the sky. We've seen them do this as far back as Godzilla, King of the Monsters. Now at that point, Godzilla had Cherenkov radiation. But now that he became evolved Godzilla, all that energy has grown significantly, even beyond thermonuclear Godzilla. And remember guys, this is the Monsterverse. I don't think that they're going to exactly follow through with the original storylines like how they did with the Heisei era. The same can be said about Mothra, Rodan, King Ghidorah, even Mechagodzilla. They all had different storylines in the Monsterverse compared to Toho's. And keep in mind, you can't even have Space Godzilla anyways without a fragment of Biollante or Godzilla's flesh attached to Mothra. And by flesh, I'm talking specifically about G-cells. And of course, yeah, we know that Godzilla's atomic breath is not made out of G-cells. But in the Monsterverse, don't forget, we've seen how OP Godzilla's atomic breath really is, especially as far back as GVK. We've seen Godzilla's atomic breath go to the center of the Earth, literally to the hollow Earth where Kong was. And if he can do that, what are the odds that he can literally do the same thing, shooting his atomic breath beyond the sky? There is nothing impossible in the Monsterverse. Or maybe if Space Godzilla logically already does exist in space, then it would make even more sense because maybe that plasma energy can just be a wake-up call and Space Godzilla responds to it and starts heading his way to Earth. It would make the most sense to me because I can't see Godzilla anytime soon just single-handedly traveling to space like that. It would make more sense the other way around where the threat from space starts coming to Earth just like a typical alien invasion. Another thing that fans have pointed out is that if you look at the title reveal, specifically the letter R, it looks like that it's an I. And many have said that it could be Space Godzilla's, or if not, it could be Gigan's. Well, I still believe that it's Space Godzilla's eye because given that in the original Godzilla vs. Space Godzilla film, his atomic breath was also orange and Gigan's eye is red. So either way, I'm still open to the idea that it is entirely Godzilla's fault for bringing somebody from space to start some beef with Godzilla on Earth. And I know some of you guys might say, but wait, you can't have Godzilla versus Space Godzilla without Little Godzilla, and that's true. But given that we were introduced to Suko, maybe we could also see Space Godzilla punk and bully Suko around in the next upcoming film. That would be nice to see as an inspired scene. Another thing that fans have pointed out is the binary codes that show up on one of the screens. And when you translate these binary codes, it basically says Godzilla, Kong, watch this space. So this is another indicator that definitely somebody from space is on the way to Earth. And if this movie is described to be a cataclysmic event, this is definitely bigger than just Scar King and even Shimo combined. This could be another end-of-the-world event, very similar to King Ghidorah, given that he was also another monster confirmed to be from space. Another thing that fans have said is, what if it's not Space Godzilla, Gigan, Orga, or even Destroyer, but another original Titan introduced to the Monsterverse? That could be the case. Remember, even back in GSK The New Empire, originally Mothra was not going to appear in this film if they didn't have the rights to use her anymore in the Monsterverse. Originally, it was going to be a brand new Titan named Phosphora, which would have similar abilities to Mothra. So sure, maybe they are playing it safe just in case they don't have the rights to Space Godzilla from Toho, but if they do, I'm telling you, bruh, it's going to be an amazing treat to see Space Godzilla being introduced to the Monsterverse. And kind of like GSK The New Empire in a way, maybe this time it'll parallel where Godzilla's the one that asks Kong for help this time and puts away his ego for once. That could work, given that they finally put away their differences after that pyramid fight and actually teamed up thanks to the help of Mothra. Now, speaking of Mothra, Another thing I've been hearing fans talk about is this certain post that's been going on Instagram related to GXK Supernova. This post comes from Alicia Jasmine, and if you look at the emojis, here are some interesting things here. You can see that there's like a twin emoji, a phone call, a star, and a T-Rex. Maybe this means that the Mothra twins from Godzilla King of the Monsters are back again in this film? Based off this phone emoji, I'm going to assume that maybe somebody makes a call to Monarch letting them know about this new threat from outer space. This star emoji reminds me heavily of Space Godzilla. The T-Rex emoji reminds me of Godzilla, or if not, it could be a combination of Space Godzilla right here. All of these emojis mean something specifically about this movie. Now, if the Mothra twins do come back, I would be actually surprised as hell because they were also associated with Mothra, so it would kind of make sense, I guess, but I'm going to take that for a grain of salt because I don't know what purpose they would have exactly when it comes to this film, but we'll have to find out. Other than that, guys, that is my theory for what I think is going to go down in Godzilla X Kong Supernova. Hey, I could be entirely wrong, and shit, maybe everything that we said so far can end up being entirely wrong as well. Either way, it was just really fun to theorize, speculate, and predict. Let me know in the comments too. What do you guys think about my theory, or better yet, what are your guys' theories about this film? Subscribe if you love the Monsterverse, and I'll see you guys the next time. Peace!